Ludicrous feed is proudly sponsored by Carloop Data and Koba Car Insurance. Hey everyone, we're at the Machine Hall Precinct here in Sydney to check out the Chery Omoda E5, which I've been kindly invited to here in Sydney. So there it is behind me under the black curtain. So looking forward to the unveil. Let's find out. This is a pretty cool venue to see the new Omoda E5 EV. They're also launching the Omoda E5 GT as well on the other side. So yeah, of course I'm more interested in the EV, but I'll just pan around the room here, serving drinks and food and whatnot. There's the ice on this side. It's a pretty cool venue. Okay, so let's do a little walk around of the Omoda E5 EV. I'm going to have to talk over the music, unfortunately, because otherwise we'll get a copyright infringement. But there was some information that was distributed to us in the media briefing. So this is a pre-production vehicle that we are looking at right now. It's got a 61 kilowatt hour LFP battery, 430 kilometers of WLTP range apparently, 0 to 107.6 seconds, 150 kilowatts of power, 340 newton meters of torque, and they're expecting a charging rate of 9.9 kilowatts AC and 80 kilowatts DC for charging rate. And they're not sure whether it's going to be included with a wall connector at this stage. The question was asked in the media briefing, but they're not sure, so we'll find out. There is a spare tire in the boot, so I'll have a look at that very shortly. This is the pre-production vehicle, as I said before. There'll be only one battery size, however they are going to be releasing a couple of variants, probably just based on specs alone rather than powertrain differentials. So we'll see what they release, of course, over time. No pricing on this car just yet. We will get more indications of it in Q3, that's the second half of this year. Charge port at the front, as you can see there. So yeah, when asked about possible competitors in the Australian market, two cars were named, so the BYD Atto 3 and also the MG4 as well. So I think they're the two cars that we'll be looking at to, I guess, start their pricing at here in Australia. So there it is, the Chery Omoda E5, or Omoda E5, however you want to pronounce it. Thanks to Chery for inviting me to their launch here in Sydney, or their preview here in Sydney, Australia. Okay, so before I talk about some of the other specs inside the car, the Omoda E5 also has V2L 3.3 kilowatts. Charge port is just here, which I will have a look at later on. Show you some of the tyres too, front and back are the same. And this pre-production model, it's a 215/55 R 18-inch wheels, and that's what it looks like. Alloys as well. So let's have a look inside the vehicle, and I'll just show you some of the details too before we do that. Bit of carbon fibre around here. Bit of carbon fibre as well down the bottom. Laced with plastic down there, this is for protection. And some more around the back too, I think I saw earlier. Nope, nothing around the back. So, but there is a bit of piano black as well. Just getting definitely MG4 kind of vibes up the back here. There's some performance type spoilers up the top there. Also some EV6 vibes too. You can see a bit of a sport back look as it slopes down there. But in terms of size, definitely very similar size to MG4 and also the Atto 3 as well. All right, let's have a look inside the vehicle. Okay, so a bit of carbon fiber around here too. Around the wing mirrors, the door handles are not flush. There's a little button there, I assume, to lock. It's not actually a button, it's sort of maybe a haptic kind of push there. And blind spot monitoring as well on the side. Let's have a look, do the old door shut test. There we go, pretty solid stuff. I feel like this is sort of missing something here, but again, pre-production, so we'll find out a bit later on. This is what the door looks like here, some more sort of standard controls, wing mirror controls there, and lock unlock, power buttons, window lock. Here, this could be leather, I guess, maybe. Well, I guess we'll find out a bit closer to date with the different specs. Is there any more lighting here? It is quite dark inside. There's no sunroof or moonroof that I can see, so that's okay. We will bear with it. Pretty good low lighting in this camera, so we've got more buttons down here. Some more light controls down here too, fog lighting, running lights, all that kind of stuff. That's probably for the front, so we'll have a look at that as well. And this particular trim has got some nice detail here at the front. 2 big screens. That turns the light on and off, possibly. That's a volume control. Of course, Chery very kindly said they will loan me a press car later on, so we'll do that later on as well. Head-up display, again, I'm not sure. Can't see any sort of head-up display controls there or mirror, so we will have to see when the specs come out later on. Some soft finishes here too, which is nice. Air conditioning vents, which are manual control. All good these days. Let's have a look at the seats. Two-tone with fabric and maybe sort of vegan leather. The controls here are not powered, they are manual controls. And same with the slide as well. That's the floor right there, the floor mats, which is okay as well. Let's have a look inside now. I'll put the wide lens on so you can see exactly what it looks like. Let's pop that on there. Okay, so a bit more room to see. Okay, so we've got central behind the steering wheel pinnacle screen, and then we've got the center screen as well. So very much like the eGMP platforms, 2 screens, both pretty big actually in size, and pretty high definition as well, just zooming in right there. So if we get time, we'll play with that. Driver alert monitoring, range and battery right there, 87% showing 392 kilometers projected, and all those kind of alerts. Font's a bit small, that's okay. I can still see it. I wonder if there's a possible customization to make it bigger. And steering wheel is manual for adjusting. It is gear shifts on the right, which is good. Okay, and then we've also got some wiper controls here too, and light controls on this side. Indicators on the left? Yes, I think so, indicators on the left side. And then cruise control on this side with auto steer, I would say. Omoda across here, and then some more voice activator too. And the menu controls there, volume controls there as well. Reasonable looking steering wheel, again, maybe leatherette rather than leather. And then we've got some vents here as well. Again, manual control, which is good. Then we've got, what have we got? Storage down here. The storage cannot be pushed. Okay, maybe I'm not doing something right there. You would think that can be pushed. Oh, no, sorry. Just needed some more force. A bit stiff there, so something going on there. Could that be wireless? Yeah, the lighting's not super, but it's a wireless charging port. Drink holders. Some more buttons here, which is good. Mix of buttons and screens. And then we've got another storage cubby down here. A bit dark, I'm sorry, everyone. Let's see if I can pop the lights on. Okay, no. There we go, lights are on. It's a bit more bright now. Oh, there's a center storage down here too. Go. Okay. Okay, and glove box, can they be opened manually? Yes, it can. Okay, bit of storage there. Okay, so that's the front row. And some more buttons up here as well. Across the top there. Look how big this mirror is. Wow, that is really bright. Illuminated too. Let's see if the driver's side has got something similar. Yes, it does. That's also quite big. Woo, hello there. I like that actually. Okay, let's pop round to the second row now. And Having a look at the second row, again, powered windows, more speakers, and speakers down here. Flat floor, let's have a look.
So this is
There's, yeah, slight bump here, but pretty much flat floor, honestly. There's a sleeve storage there. And I think the seat heaters too, you can just see it there. One vent USB-C and A as well. Sports style seats. And there's a center storage or center armrest. There we go, with a couple of drink holders. 60-40 split as well. See whether we can open it from here. Let's have a look. And there we go. 40 on this side and 60 on that side. That goes through the boot. So let's have a look at the boot in a second. And then there's the rear window up the back there, which is reasonable. Have to obviously do a better test when we go for a drive to see whether that's good visibility. And yeah, some people might appreciate the solid roof up the top here. No lights in the center there. Neither are there on the side of the car either, so interesting. It might get quite dark as it is right now without a sunroof. Okay, so let's have a look at the boot now. So this is still a manual open. I'm not sure the ones that come to Australia will be automatic, but certainly well lit up the back here. And there's a 12-volt little plug there. Again, like I said, 60-40 split. I'm not sure if it's got any ANCAP ratings just yet, so this is just a pre-production model, but you've got the child restraint anchors there. And then you've got a spare tyre. Yes, this is only the second EV I've seen with a spare tyre. The other one being the Hyundai Kona EV. So good to see Chery having a spare tyre. It's probably a space saver, I would say, in the back here. Okay, so there we go. There's no auto pull down just yet, so just manual. And there is a wiper blade as well. Okay, so that is the back of the Omoda E5. Got a little bit of a spoiler as well, slight lip over the edge. Nice. So a few specs here on the screen, 28 minutes, 30 to 80%. And I did see also a drag coefficient, that might be the next screen. But I did see the drag coefficient stated at 0.28 as well. Okay, so let's open the charge port so we can have a look and see what it looks like. So open that up. And that's what it looks like. It's a front-facing charge port. CCS2. Got the Type 2 component right there. And DC component. And I assume that would be sort of an indicator as to the charging status. These are a little bit tight. I don't mind a flap for the DC component, but I do find the AC one a bit unnecessary, given you've got a flap here anyway. I think you can shut this like that, but I feel like I'm pushing it too much, so I just wonder whether I can push the button inside the vehicle and see whether that does the same job. So let's push that. No, it doesn't shut, so you actually have to shut the door manually like this. There's no button to push on the outside of the vehicle to open or shut the door, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And that's what the charge port looks like. One more thing, I might have a look at the front as well, the bonnet. So normally it's pull twice, but in this situation it's just pull once. Okay, let's have a look. Open the front. Okay, it's a bit of a latch here, so that's a safety latch. Okay, lifting up. There we go. Hydraulic. Okay, very small storage here in the front. Very small. Probably enough to maybe fit a mobile connector. Let's see if Chery include one. Not confirmed as yet, so we'll find out a bit later on. Oh look, you can open this flap here. Internal components there, I won't touch that too much. And the old washer fluid. Something else going on here, some sort of coolant maybe. And then the shut, it's the old school pull down. Okay, that's pretty easy to close. I don't mind the LED lights. I think they're just LEDs. Okay, a bit of design down here, very aerodynamic style. Some more lights down here, a bit more of a detail down here as well. Ultralight sensors. Don't see any cameras around the front of the bumper, so that's interesting. Don't see any cameras under the wing mirrors either. All around the side of the car. Again, this is pre-production, so let's see whether there are 360 cameras at all. more ultrasonic sensors down here at the back as well. So that is good to know. Right, everyone, well, that's the Chery Omoda E5 there behind me. Quick walk around and walk through as well. Of course, I'll be bringing you a full test drive and walkthrough of the production vehicle when they do release press cars later on in 2024. Thank you again to Chery for the invite today. It's been very enjoyable. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, happy charging.